It's freaking Star Wars, baby!
Warning, there will be spoilers ahead for the Star Wars Ahsoka Tano series. So, where the hell is Grand Admiral Thrawn? And by extension, Ezra Bridger. Well, it seems Star Wars has done it. They've gone from a galaxy far, far away, and now they're going to a galaxy farther and farther away. Well, at least that's what it seems like with the location of Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn now being partially revealed. Today we're going to talk about how they got there, how they may get back, and how they exactly know that they are in this new galaxy, Peridea. And there are going to be some twists and turns and some little insights and such. So stick around for the entire video to see what I come up with. Also, before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor, me.
By subscribing to my Star Wars channel, you're showing the world that socks sewn into your shoes saves time, and it should have been invented a long time ago. Yes, your shoe socks will stink really bad after a couple uses, but what do you care? You're the best there is, and people didn't even shower much until about 100 years ago. The world was a stinky place. Bring it back. Subscribe now and show the world that Star Wars rocks, and trends do have a tendency of coming back.
All right, let's get into some Star Wars Ahsoka series tidbits, shall we? When we last saw Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn, they were being whisked away by the abducting Purrgil, taken to an unknown region. And we were led to believe that it was the unknown regions of the same galaxy that they currently resided in. Okay, can I say that currently and past tense of reside? I don't know. I'm sticking with it. You'll have to deal with it. Okay, so they were taken to an unknown region of space that we didn't know existed, honestly. A whole other galaxy, farther and farther away. Galaxy only known as Peridea. And for a little bit of tidbit, there is a such thing as a Peridea moth, and the moth does not travel very far in its migration patterns. So this is one of those ironic namings in Star Wars. I love it when they do that. Kind of makes a lot of sense. But it is now believed that Ezra and Thrawn are in this other galaxy in the Ahsoka series. But how did they get there? Well, we already talked about it. The Purrgil took them there. Duh. Then there's the burning question of how they know the Purrgil took them to this galaxy. How did this map of where Thrawn is become available? The map was obviously made a long time ago. Farther or farther back than when Thrawn and Ezra were taken to Peridea. Come on, guys. Dave Filoni's really good at intertwining webs, and it usually takes him years to finish a story. A story that began 9 or so years ago. But I digress. I am not saying that Ezra and Thrawn were not taken to this Peridea. What I'm saying is that map is far older than the timeline we're in. Far older. By maybe 1,000 years or so. No, I said it in another video and I'm going to say it again. The map is not a direct map to Thrawn. What it is it's a map of the Purrgil migration patterns, which is evident by the Purrgil flittering about around the outside of the star map circling Peridea. Find the Purrgil, find Ezra and Thrawn. And I'm not letting go of the idea that the Zepho created that map in order to find a way to hide out and live the rest of their existence. Okay, now there's the other matter of when Ezra and Thrawn were taken, they were also accompanied, they rode in Star Destroyers, primarily the Chimera. And with the Chimera comes hyperdrive. And if they were taken to this unknown region in space in another galaxy, then why couldn't they just hyperdrive themselves back? Well, Star Wars isn't that simple. Neither is space travel. If you read the Thrawn novels, you know that unmapped territories are almost impossible to navigate. That's why the Chiss Ascendancy uses Force-sensitive children to navigate their ships. Also, other species outside in the unknown regions use other forms of Force-sensitives to navigate their ships. A ship with hyperdrive is only as good as the navigation system on board, and since the navigation system on board the Chimera primarily had areas of either the unknown regions of the Star Wars galaxy or the inner core, then this place isn't mapped yet. They don't have hyperdrive routes to it. It would take light years to get home. In other words, it would be like trying to find a needle in the middle of space. But then we can say, well, Ezra Bridger's force sensitive. Why can't he just tap into the force and find their way home? Well, because he wasn't trained for that. Chiss children are trained to do it. Anyways, it wouldn't make it for a good story if Ezra just found his way home. This whole scavenger hunt thing seems like a better idea, I guess. We'll see. Now, if there's too much reality in our Star Wars universe, then Padme would not have been able to shimmy her way out of the bondage cycle of the Geonosians and the Separatists. Anakin Skywalker would not have lived through his limb cutting off and lava bath. Darth Maul would not have lived without half of his blood dangling out of his legs as he fell to that pit. TIE fighters would not be able to scream in space, and lightsabers would not be a real thing. Why do I say this in the middle of an Ahsoka Tano series video? Well, because we've always suspended our belief of what's real and what isn't, as long as we've watched Star Wars. And to live in that Star Wars universe, you kind of have to suspend your belief. You have to suspend reality and physics and all that stuff. We've always done it. So now I'm not sure why it's any different. But I won't go on and on and on about that. So let's get back to the Ahsoka series and where Thrawn and Ezra are and how they're going to get them back. Well, the Chimera does have hyperdrive, and even if they had hyperspace routes, that's a long distance to travel. That's why Morgan Elsbeth was having the Eye of Sion built with multiple hyperdrive clusters. The ship is made for extragalactic travel and eventually intergalactic travel, not whatever the word is for inside their own galaxy. I don't know. Somebody look that up for me and tell me, because I don't think I've ever heard it. I could Google it right now, but I'm not. All right, but that's all I'm going to talk about for today. The next episode, the third episode of the Ahsoka series, airs tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. That's only, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, I don't know, it's some hours away, but I'll be there for it. I'm going to stay up, and I'll probably make a video of my review, reaction, theories, and so on and so forth after it finishes, so make sure you join us. So before you go, let's hear another quick word from our sponsor, me.
Please subscribe to my channel. Your feet will not smell fresh and clean, but you will be happy that Star Wars is still alive and well. Sock shoes are a horrible idea, but I encourage you to think of a way to create a toilet built into the seat of your car. Let's put rest areas out of business once and for all. But subscribe to this Star Wars channel and bask in the glory that you've done the right thing.
So until the next video, which is going to be tonight around 10:30 or 11. Yeah, I'm going to be up late. Anyways, until then, this is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, and positivity in the Star Wars community can be the only way. Okay, did I really just do finger guns? Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I don't know. Oh, I'm still recording. Crap.